External supplier questionnaire has been came and there are certain questionnaires also came, so let's select this station question. Oh, this is one is. Yeah, you can see, the status is registered. If you want to edit, you can still open this and you can edit and respond before the time. And so someone has put the time as 61:06. So questionnaires, there are 4 questionnaires have been asked and this is a qualification questionnaire. You can see the commodity and reason when I'm selecting this commodity. I will be satisfying for all these reasons. So as a supplier? So when I'm selecting the supplier? Modular questionnaire. So user, ISO certified. Like this, we will be completing one questionnaire. Okay, so this is a supplier. Maybe you can practice. We can send multiple questionnaires and do the practice, and let's go back to the buy it. This is in preview. Go back to the home page. So qualification is this. That's what now we are trying to give a preferred supplier. Once supplier complete this one, either you can prefer that supplier. Or you can give a preferred supplier. Let's take Vivek Consultancy. Go to the preferred supplier. You can again preferred supplier. But doing a preferred supplier, whatever the qualification, you should be having that qualification. Without that qualification, you will not be able to. For example, during qualification, he has qualified for the same. So you can prefer him, for maybe you represent. That is not possible. Wherever you have done a qualification. Within those limits only you can able to make him preferred supplier. This is a shuttle. It's for this one. The one that is sponsored by the Indian region. And it's like partially can be on the website. You can always remember, like creating a view to the window for the India region. So if you want to create any PVO outside India, like how that will be for that particular vendor? Yes, supplier, there is a global suppliers only. So as soon as you create a supplier, you have a relationship established. The PVO will go the next process of sending a commodity code under the required licenses. So for people sending under, as soon as you establish a connection, that is fine. So in order to receive, you need to have an import license also. Unless it is a small quantity or small volume where you can able to do the custom clearance, that you can do that. But when you're doing a bulk quantities or bulk this thing, then you also need the import license to get tax advantage. So if you are doing otherwise, if you're not doing, you have to pay full custom duty and get the clearance done, and you will be using that material in order to get some benefits. Suppose you are importing for an export purpose, then you will be needing an import license so that you can. That is, I don't know the naming. So you can take tax credit or something, the duty credit or something. So that can be used when doing an export time. So the balance only will be remaining and you will be paying. So this particular supplier. So is it that? Did I answer your question? Yes, I did. So in the preferred supplier he has been India region and he has been approved. Sorry, qualification. I could not see his qualification either. Qualification not started. He was directly preferred. Okay, we will do a directly tying a preferred supplier. The same way we want to generally, when the process completes and qualification. You can do, or you can also prefer him by directly loading in the master data by adding this vendor code. You can able to do that also. Like. Let me select certain region. Because it is the process is not started through this process, qualification. I am not able to select any reason from here. Otherwise, we will be able to select this region, since previous process is not completed through Ariba interface or SLP module. We will not able to see it. So this preferred supplier qualification came directly through a update that we are going to see. Let's go back to dashboard and I want to show you one more disqualification. So, whoever you have pre-qualified, you can do that disqualification also by selecting the particular vendor and do this disqualification. So with this, these are all the SLP process, supplier request, registration, qualification, preferring and disqualification. So the next topic will be how we are going to do this, directly, update and wherever you can do that. I'm just going to explain. So when you go to supplier. So you saw the one question. So we have one disqualified supplier. If at all. If any user attempts to create a preview because he might not be knowing, that is disqualified or not. Maybe by mistake we create preview. What will happen is. I understand your question, so it will not pop you. So it will create a requisition you can able to create. You can get approval from the requisition. But before it converts into PO, it will stop. It will say that, hey, this vendor is not qualified. So I will not able to send this PO to the vendor over a network. So in SLP it might have created. In Ariba might be created, but it will not send you. So vendor will not able to receive this purchase order, then he cannot even give you order confirmation or you will not even post a good receipt. It will stuck in ordering status only. So that time the user or requester has to request this vendor management team and saying that a supplier has been qualified. So we are to go with him or there is a change in the process. Now the supplier is good. Whatever the reasons you want to unblock the supplier, you need to provide them. Then they will be coming to this page and they will be removing the disqualification. After that they can able to then again. They will be sorry again. We can repost as an administrator and repost that PO. Then PO will be sent to the supplier. Okay, so you're welcome. Okay, apart from the supplier, you will be, suppose whatever related to supplier content you want to see. Then this is the tab, like how you're seeing contract separately, sourcing separately. This is the supplier. And you can see from when I selecting this, I'll be seeing supplier performance project related information. What are the reports are available and notification related to suppliers you can able to see here. And there is one more place where you're going to manage. This will be SM administration, so SM admin and admin administration. Both are same. When your client takes suit, integrated environment, then he will be getting these two options. But clicking either on administration or admin remains same. So when you click on SM administration, so here you will be doing all supplier, import and export activities. So the first one, data import and export. So where you're going to upload suppliers directly through a file. Suppliers, sourcing, supplier contact. Basically, we generally use supplier and supplier contact supplier qualification data. That much only. Others, we generally don't do this. So suppliers, when you click on supplier, you can click on sample file. Then its system will give you a sample file how the data should look like. So in that sample file you will be filling those values. And by clicking on choose file once the file is ready. Choose file, and then you will be executing it. Once you did this, suppliers will be loaded into your Ariba solution. When you click on import summary, it will give you like how many previous history the supplier loaded via this administration. From here you can also load supplier contacts. The contacts in supplier. It is not an integrated activity. It is not possible to fetch supplier contacts from your ERP system to Ariba system. So only way you want to add multiple contacts to your supplier database using this. You have to go to supplier 360-degree profile by clicking on plus and adding the contact details. Either that way or this way, you can able to import supplier contacts. For example, download. It is self-driven. Download a simple file to see the format by just clicking on sample file and clicking it.